Hello friends, welcome to TechLake video tutorials. In this SQL ongoing series, previous session we started with DDL, DML operations, and last two sessions primarily we focused on SCD, slowly changing dimension. And today also I'm going to cover one of the important dimension, SCD and type 2 and type 3. So previous video, if you go through the previous video, I covered SCD type 0 and type 1. And today's session primarily we will focus on SCD type 2 and type 3. Let's take this example. So consider what is exactly type. What is exactly type 2 and type 3. Just I'll brief a few minutes. Okay. Consider if you have any data, if you want to manage the history, that history in multiple times. If we are looking for multiple times history, multiple times second. History, and we can choose SCD type 2. SCD type 2. But how we will manage multiple times history here? If you're looking for multiple times history, then we can choose SCD type 2. Consider, we'll take only few records, you'll get a more clarity. Just I'll go with these 3 records. If you want to manage multiple times history, SCD type 2 in your target table, we'll have 4 options. So 3 options totally. The 3 options, I will explain that. First, we will manage as it is this data. Okay. But whenever you get a new data, consider this is the customer Mahesh. He is in Hyderabad. Consider he moved to Chennai. So if you are looking for his previous location, then current location, if you want to know that, then you need a history. Consider the Mahesh is moved 4 or 6 times. So he is moved Chennai, then Chennai to Mumbai, Mumbai to Pune, Pune to Bangalore, like this, multiple locations he moved. Consider 10 times he moved. So 10 places he moved. So if you want to know his previous 10 times history, what we will do? We will go with managing a new record. So how we will manage that? With additional 3 more columns, because every record lifetime we should know that. Every record lifetime we should know that. So whenever you get a source data from source, the same data will have additional 3 more columns: start date, end date, and status. Consider this is the current record is active. Consider he is in currently in Hyderabad. From which date? Consider he is in Hyderabad from January 1st, 2022. And it is a current date. Okay, it is current date. Okay, it is current date. So when it comes to current, he is in Hyderabad. So current status is active. So active means which we can mention Boolean value, true or false, 1 or 0, like this. Okay, true. So true means active record. But currently he is in Hyderabad, right? So there is no end date for that. If there is no end date, what we will do? We will have a calendar end date. We'll have a calendar end date. Okay, I'll mention the date format: year, YYY, ED. Okay, so 2022 January 1st, this format. So there is no end date. So there is no end date means still that is active record. We'll mention as a calendar end date. Then status, that record is the true. Currently he is in Hyderabad. Like this, Ram. So Ram, he is there in Bangalore from, consider, February 1st. Okay, and currently he is in Bangalore. Then I'll give end date, and currently it is active, true. Similarly, Ravi as well. So currently he is in Chennai from February 5th, consider. Okay, so currently is in that location, then we will make it as active record, true. Next time, whenever you are getting data, you got some another data, consider. You got a Mahesh record saying that he moved to Chennai. When he moved, that date consider. So we moved on, consider maybe 5th March 2022. Okay, or maybe take any example, any date. So I have taken as that date, right? So after that, he moved to some other date. Whenever you get that record, consider maybe 25th October 2022. So you got this record, latest record saying that he moved to Chennai on which date. So what we will do, we should update this end date and status, these two columns first. We should update these two columns. We should update those two columns. So these two columns we should update, then we should insert a new record. So that new record we should insert. So he moved to Chennai on which date? Consider 25th October. Then currently that is active record, consider true, it is active record, then calendar end date. But this previous record for him, he is not in Hyderabad, so he moved to Chennai. So which date, end date? So that end date, maybe that same date or previous date, that is not active, so it is inactive, so false. Now again he moved to Pune. Consider he moved to Pune on November, consider. November 7th. So you will get a new record. Again, you can add that new record. And when is moved? November 7th. And currently it is active, but previous record you should make it as a inactive. Inactive means it should update that. You should update that previous record. And when it is ended date, this ended date, from which date to which date he is in Chennai. Okay, from which date to which date he is in Hyderabad. So that is called tracking all history. Tracking all history. Now, which date to which date he was in Chennai. Now you see only one is active for this customer and this previous records like this. If n number of times he changes the location, so n number of time you can manage. So start date, end date and status with additional these three columns. Okay. So this is called SCD type 2. SCD type 2. So SCD type 2, whenever you go with the SCD type 2, start date, end date, status, these three additional columns is required to manage n number of times history and to identify the latest record, which will go with the status field. And to end the particular record end date, that record lifetime. This record lifetime is this date to this date. This record lifetime is this date to this date. This record lifetime, there is no end date, so calendar end date. Then active record. So previous two are inactive. Like this, if he changes 100 times also 100 records. So every history in a new row, that is called SCD type 2. So SCD type 2 will be managing every history in a new record, new row or new record, you see this. So this is called SCD type 2. How we will implement this? Let's see with the example. How will we implement this? Let's see with the example. So I have provided this DBC file. So go through this DBC file, Databricks SQL tutorial. Go to the DML. Inside DML, you can find a merge SCD type 2. Okay, we are using a SQL merge SCD type 2. So what I'll do? So always remember when you are using SCD type 2, we are going to update a previous record and we are going to insert new record. Okay, let me explain that. 1 second. Okay. So let me explain about ETL process. When it comes to ETL process, right? Consider this is a source table and a target table. In between, we will use the ETL tool. So here we will use a Spark. Okay. So normal process is source, target, then this is staging. Staging is nothing but your ETL server. ETL server. So we will read data from here. Consider you have a customer underscore source table and you have a target table. It is customer underscore dim. Consider this is a target table. Okay, this is target table. Normally we will read data from here, then we will load data into target. But in SCD type 2, what we will do, we will read data from source. We will read data from source. Then we'll read data from target as well, both. Then we will merge here. Okay. Read from source. Just I'll change the color, get a more visibility. Read from target. Read from target only matching data with source table. Why we need to read data from source here? Because we are going to update the status and target table existing record. We are going to update status in existing record here. So when you are inserting a new record, this is a new record. When you are inserting this data, you are getting from source, but you need to update this record, right? End date and status. When you are inserting this record, you are updating this record status and end date. So for that, you need that record as well. For that, you need that record as well. So we'll read data from source. We'll read data from target, which is matching with the source, Then we will merge both. Then we will one record will update, one record we will insert. That one record update is end date and status. New record will get inserted. New record will get inserted. This is called SCD type 2. So previous address was updated as current false. Then new address will update as a true because the previous is inactive, new one is active. Okay. Then if there was no update, let's insert a new record. If it is a new record, then insert a new record. If already available, then update the status and end date. Let's take this example. I'm going to create a dimension table, target dimension table. It is having customer ID, customer name, customer address, and the status, start date, end date, effective end date, effective start date. Consider. I will show you the data first. Here, customer ID, customer name, customer address, status active, effective date, end date. Means start date, end date you can consider. So when it comes to Mahesh and his location is Bangalore, is a current location. Consider this is a source table. You'll get some data from source table. Let's create this table. Let's create this table. Okay, I will show you the data from source table as well. Consider 1 and 2, Mahesh and Ram, it's already there here. You see this. Mahesh already is there, but Hyderabad location existing, but new location is, existing is Bangalore, new location is Hyderabad. Another record is, other customer is Ram, new location is Bangalore, old location is Hyderabad. So what you need to do for Mahesh customer, you need to update this status and end date. Then you need to insert a new record with the new data. Similarly for Ram as well. And when it comes to these two records is not available on target. 5 and 6 customers, it's not available. So you should insert a new record. That's all. because there is no history, there is no record in existing target table. So you don't need to worry about that. Those records just you need to insert. So how we will achieve in a merge? So this is the simple query. First we'll select data from source, then union all. We select data from target table as well. So we'll select data from target table, which is having active status and different address. You see this different address. So I'm going to read data from source, union all. I'm going to read data from target with a different address. So here it is Pune, here it is Chennai. So different, it is not matching. So you need that record to update old record as end date and status. Only that record only we need that. Okay. See this. So this logic will fetch you for both data. Which record you need to update, which record you need to insert. So here, if you look at this example, this 2 records is going to update. This 2 records is going to insert, plus this 2 records also going to insert. Okay. So the same query we will merge into target table using the same query, condition basis. If customer ID and merge key from both, because we added this here, merge key we added as a additional null column, and this is a merge key from customer ID. Okay. So what we are doing from here, target table, you look at this example. This is okay. So target table is having customer ID. This merge key we are selecting from this query. Merge key we are selecting from. So if record is matching, so this merge key record is matching with current status active and then different address, then update status inactive, 0 means inactive, end date. Then insert, if it is not matching, insert new records. Let's run this. So same merge query we are using that select query, the same select query which I explained here, the select query. Selecting data from source table, selecting data from target table, joining with the source table again, which is active and a different address. Okay. Now you see this, 2 records are updated, 4 records are inserted like this. These 2 are updated, these 4 are inserted. These 4 are inserted. Now, let's show you in the target table. We need to verify data in target table is correctly is updated or not. So you can do the order by customer ID, then status. So you see customer ID Mahesh, initial location was Bangalore, but that is false. Start date, end date, you see this, because both have taken today's date. Maybe timing is different, that's all. But real time we will have a old data if record already available. So both records are inserted today only, right? That's with the today's date. But the end date, if you look at this, again you got a new record. The new record with a new location, status true, end date is calendar end date. Means that is active record. Similarly for this record also, for Ram, this is old record Hyderabad. He moved to Chennai, Bangalore. That is active. Previous is inactive. So end date is updated here. This record lifetime. Okay, this is the new record. And the next 2 records, this anyway new record which is not available, so it is inserted. You see, true, and end date is calendar end date. So this way which we can go with achieving SCD type 2 in SQL merge using merge. Then what is SCD type 3? SCD type 3. So SCD type 3 primary requirement is managing one-time history in additional column. Let's show you with the same example. Instead of managing every record, because SCD type 2 will manage a new row. You see this new row. But if you don't want n number of times history, then you can go with only one time history. One time history means you can treat as this is the current location, current address, and you want one time history, previous history, that is called previous address. Only one time history, if you are looking for this, then you can go with a column like this. So whenever you get a new data, right, consider when you get a Pune. So Pune, it will be updated here in new current status, and old one will be Bangalore. Consider you get a new record, which is Ravi. Whenever you get this record, consider he moved to Mumbai on particular date, any date. So what we will do in the same record, we will take this value, update into previous, then we'll take a new value, we'll update here. Sorry, Mumbai, right here. That's all. Managing history in additional column. So that is type 3, SCD type 3. Okay. So type 1. So type 1, no history. Type 1, no history. When you go for type 1, no history. Type 2, n number of times history. N number of times history as a row, new row. Type 3. So type 3 is only one time history in a new column. New column. That's all. Only previous location. If you want to know only previous location, then go with SCD type 3. Type 3 means just additional column like this. Then we will update a previous location. Let's how we will implement that. Let's look at the example. So here also same. You need to read data from source. You need to read data from target as well, because you need a previous location to verify that. You need to previous location to verify that. Now, so I'll create a new table. Just I will show you that. And the table name it is customer underscore type 3, customer ID, customer name, customer current location, customer previous location. I'm going with these 4 columns. This is target table. Consider this is target table. So this is target table. Your target table already having some data, and we have a new column that is the previous location. This is your current location, customer ID, customer name, current location, and previous location. And let's consider this is your source table. This is your source table. You are getting some data. You are getting some data. Let's show you the data as well. I'll show you the both table data. This is the target table. This is source table. Source table you are getting 1, 2. So 1, 2 it's already available, right? But if you look at this, one is Ravi, current location is Bangalore, and new location is Chennai. Then whenever you are going to update this record, same customer, just update this Bangalore to here, Chennai to here, current location. For this record, Ram, previous location is Chennai, new location is Hyderabad. So you need to update this location to here, previous location, new location to current location. These 2 records anyway not available, just insert. So how we will achieve this? Say merge only. Approach 1 is, okay. So merge, how we will achieve here? Like just merge into target table using source table. Condition is this one. But what we will do here, we will identify the differences. If current location, previous location is different for this ID basis, then take that your target table current location to previous location, and source table location to current location. This is. If it is not matched, then insert. This is one approach. I'll show you that output as well. I'll show you the output. Now you see this. Customer 1 to previous location is Bangalore, current location is Chennai. Previous location is Chennai, current location is Bangalore. As per logic, it is done. It is updated. There is another approach. So instead of directly taking from this, even you can use a query here. In using, you can use a query. Instead of using when matched, then condition checking here, then you can go with taking the query first. I will explain this query. I'll explain this query. So what we are doing, we are joining with target table. Okay, we are joining with the target table, left outer join. So left outer join means if it is available in target table, it will take. If not available, just ignore that. That is called left outer join. So we'll select total data from source table. These 3 columns are common: ID, name, location as a current location. We'll use a case expression. Case if current locations, like if a source location and current location is different, then take current location. Else take previous location as a new column as previous location. That's all. As a new column as previous location. But we already updated that, right? We already updated that. So I'll drop it and recreate this table again. Source table, not source table, target table. Because data already updated, you can't find that result. Just I'm dropping and recreating a table. Now, another approach. So this query will give you current location and previous location as a total expected columns. Okay. Now you can do based on ID basis. If ID matched, then update all columns. If not matched, insert a column. So that's all. Okay. Same merge only. The logic we changed as a query here. We are joining with a target table. This is the query. Simple case expression. Simple case expression. If source location, target table, current location is not same, then take it as current location, means take it as current location. Else take previous location as a previous location. So now let's go and verify. So you see this, previous location is Bangalore, current location is Chennai, previous location Chennai, current location is Hyderabad for these 2 records. So this way which we can achieve SCD type 3. Always remember type 3 additionally we will manage a new column, only one time history for every unique combination. Type 2 n number of times history with additional 3 columns. Type 2 will have a 3 columns extra. What I am highlighted here, right? This is type 3, and whatever this type 2, 3 additional columns. You see this. So that is called data model. You need 1 additional column to manage the type 3. Type 2, you need additional 3 columns to manage type 2. Type 2 always every history in a new record. Every history in a new record. So this way which we can achieve type 2, type 3, and previous videos I covered type 0, type 1. Type 0 is append static tables, only insert. Type 1 is overwrite history, nothing but just merge. So this way which we can implement SCD type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3. So based on project requirement, which you can achieve using SQL. So this is about SCD's topic. And next we will start with DRL, data retrieval language. Data retrieval language. Primarily we will focus on select DQL or DRL. DQL or DRL, we'll focus on this. See you in another video. Thank you. Have a good day.